Hey, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me today to learn about a really exciting program, our Ayurvedic Health Counselor Program from Kerala Ayurveda Academy. My name is Suzanne Otterbein, and I'm the National Enrollment Advisor for Kerala Ayurveda Academy. I'm also an Ayurvedic Health Counselor, as well as a yoga teacher and Reiki practitioner. So I'm really excited to share with you a program that I love. I'm joined today by July Huang. She is an Ayurvedic practitioner currently in our level 3 Ayurvedic doctor program. And she's also the founder of Shanka Ayurveda in Norway. And she is going to be the student mentor, lead mentor for our Ayurvedic Health Counselor program in Europe. July, do you want to come on and say a quick hi?
Sure. Hello, everyone. It's nice to meet you. And I'm July. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor in training and also advanced yoga teacher. And also I'm the yoga therapist in training right now. So yeah, I'm running my clinic here in Norway, and I'll share more of my experience and my story with you together with Susanna along this webinar. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us anytime.
Yes.
See you later.
So much. Thanks. She'll be joining us later. And at the end, we'll be sharing ways to get in touch with us. So today on our webinar, we're going to be talking about Kerala Ayurveda Academy's unique and authentic heritage. I'll also go through a brief overview of what is Ayurveda and what makes it special. We'll talk about our level 1 Ayurvedic Health Counselor program, the scope of practice and professional applications. I'll also be going over the program format, the curriculum, the tuition and payment plans, and then we'll talk about our special student alumni benefits and services, as well as some continuing education opportunities. And then we'll have, I'll be asking July some questions, which I'm sure you will want answers to. They're the most often questions we get asked, so we wanted to share them with you today. So Kerala Ayurveda Academy is a company, a US-based company that not only do we have an academy for Ayurvedic educational programs, we also have clinics, Ayurvedic clinics and wellness centers so you can receive Ayurvedic services. And we also have a whole line of Ayurvedic products. So I'll talk a little bit about that now. So I just wanted to share with you this map showing where Kerala Ayurveda Academy is and a little bit of history about us. So Kerala Ayurveda Academy is based in Milpitas, California. And we also have an Ayurvedic wellness center there as well. But we're owned by a larger Indian company called Kerala Ayurveda Limited, and it's based in Kerala, the birthplace of Ayurveda. And in India, we have hundreds of Ayurvedic clinics and hospitals, as well as an award-winning Ayurvedic and yoga wellness center in Bangalore called Ayurvedagram. And we also just opened one this spring in Bali. So if you have any interest at all in receiving Panchakarma in a beautiful location, either in Bangalore or Bali, let us know. We also offer wonderful group trips as well. But we're here today to talk about one of our branch locations with July, Shanka Ayurveda. We're going to be offering our Ayurvedic Health Counselor program in Norway for our students in Europe. And so I'm really excited to talk about specifically that program. You can see by the little dots on the map is a representation of our students and alum. It's actually, some countries don't even look represented, but for instance, we do have students in Africa as well. I just haven't updated that yet. But you can see that most of our students are in the US because we do have that US location. We're represented by over 25 states there. But because we're able to offer this program in Norway, we also have lots of programs online. So it makes for really flexible learning. And so we have students from all over the globe. We're really committed to the deep roots and traditions of Ayurveda, but with technology, we're able to offer these programs in a more modern voice and way. So this is a picture I love. This is we take students and alum to India in the summertime for a trip we call the India Immersion. So we, as people from all over the world, joined us one summer recently. And so this is a picture of everybody. It was a wonderful trip. So why study with us? What makes Kerala Ayurveda special? Well, we're very much committed to the traditional teachings of Ayurveda. So we're teaching straight from the ancient texts. And we have those deep roots in India. We're part of that full spectrum Ayurvedic company, Kerala Ayurveda Limited, that's been around for about 80 years. And we offer products. We have wellness centers, retreat centers, education here and in India. So you're able, as a student, to take advantage of all of these things. We're really part of a global and growing Ayurvedic community. Our faculty is amazing. Most of them are BAMS doctors from India with anywhere from 10 to 30 years experience, not only as clinicians, but as educators. And I will say from experience, and certainly July can comment as well when she comes back on, about the passion, knowledge, and inspiration that they bring to teaching. The faculty is the reason I wanted to work for Kerala Ayurveda Academy. I was so inspired by them, and they're really teaching from the heart and really wanting to essentially change the world, one person at a time, one student at a time, one client at a time, and really spreading the word of Ayurveda in a very authentic and traditional way. We have really convenient in-person and online learning. So there's opportunities for all students also to learn and study in India. We offer amazing student and alumni benefits during and after your program. So we're giving you discounts on programs and services as well, and continued access to your curriculum even after you graduate. We really believe that we want to support you through your lifelong journey of Ayurvedic learning. So it's not just about this one program. Ayurveda, the Ayurvedic knowledge is like an ocean, and you could spend your whole life learning, and we want to be part of that journey. And that's one of the reasons why we offer really nice student and alumni benefits. So what is Ayurveda? So some of you may know about Ayurveda already, or perhaps you're just beginning your journey. So I'll do a brief overview. Ayurveda is a Sanskrit word and essentially means the science or wisdom of life. And Ayurveda is a system for all life in the universe, not just human health. It's the oldest documented healthcare system. It's over 5,000 years old. And we've really seen a rise in the popularity of Ayurveda. The Sanskrit texts were translated, in the last 30 to 40 years. And so with that, we've seen increased popularity here in the West, and also even through COVID, as people were looking for holistic health solutions to help build their immunity and stay healthy, but also we're seeing such a trend of people wanting to take care of their own health. And Ayurveda allows you to really be empowered in terms of taking care of your own health through lifestyle, through diet and other healing interventions. We see Ayurveda as a growing global health solution, and the World Health Organization started a team to investigate the traditional medicines, and Ayurveda was one of the focuses. So during the World Health Organization's Traditional Medicine Summit in August, Ayurveda was highlighted. So Ayurveda is a licensed healthcare system in India, and we're hoping for that here in the US, and I know globally that is an intent. So what is special about Ayurveda? Well, Ayurveda emphasizes prevention of disease and also personalized health solutions for maintaining balance and for addressing imbalances or disease within the system. And in Ayurveda, everything is made up of the 5 basic elements: ether, air, fire, water, and earth. And everything, every living thing, not just us, trees and plants, animals, everything is made up of those 5 basic elements. And we're all a unique combination of those elements. And these elements give rise to what we call in Ayurveda the 3 doshas: Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Now, Vata is a combination of ether and air. Pitta is primarily fire, and Kapha is earth and water. And so we all have a unique combination of the 3 doshas. So we have that unique balance. And we also, depending on that unique balance within each individual, you would, as an Ayurvedic counselor, offer personalized solutions based on the doshic makeup of the individual and assessing where imbalances might exist and what's causing imbalances. And also, the remedies address all aspects of the individual. So not just the physical body or the physical symptoms. It addresses the mind, the body, and the spirit. So when you have balance or union between mind, body, and spirit, that is health. That is perfect health. So what are those healing interventions that I was talking about? What are those personalized combination of personalized solutions to maintain good health, to prevent disease, to address some imbalances within the system? Well, there's lifestyle guidelines, nutritional or dietary guidelines, exercise, sleep, and activity guidelines. There's even seasonal guidelines. What's happening in nature, right? What's going on outside is going to affect us inside. In Ayurveda, there's no inside and outside. So the elements of nature can influence the doshas within us. And so we would want to address that and eat seasonally, for instance, dress seasonally or appropriately. You'll also learn about yoga and pranayama and meditation, herbal recommendations, detoxification and body therapies, and panchakarma. So these are all things, all healing interventions that you will learn about as an Ayurvedic health counselor. So all of these healing interventions are available to you to recommend to your family, to your friends, and to your clients. So what's the scope of practice for an Ayurvedic health counselor? So upon graduation, you can determine and analyze each client's unique body constitution. What's that unique makeup of the 3 doshas? You'll be able to conduct consultations and give guidance on the best lifestyle practices, the best daily routines, the best nutrition nutrition protocol, as well as yoga and pranayama and meditation. You'll be able to offer that guidance on those special Ayurvedic body therapies and also home remedies, simple home herbal remedies. The focus at the health counselor level is on prevention and maintaining good health. So check your local country regulations, which may impact your scope of practice in your own country. And the counselor program, the Ayurvedic Health Counselor Program, is the first step towards the Ayurvedic Therapist Basic Certification. So we'll get into that a little bit later and how this is one piece of that whole program. So professional applications, Ayurveda complements all healing modalities. It can enhance your practitioner toolkit if you're a medical professional, a yoga therapist, a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, a dietitian, a health coach, the list goes on. I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar that I am a yoga therapist and a Reiki practitioner. And I found that doing the Ayurvedic Health Counselor program enhanced what I could already offer my yoga students, whether in holding yoga classes, workshops, or doing one-on-one private sessions. Ayurveda allowed me to really address the whole person in terms of their lifestyle and their diet and their exercise protocols, sleep protocols, etc. So I really had much more available in my toolkit to help my family, my friends, and my clients. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the World Health Organization's benchmarks for programs. So as I mentioned, the Ayurvedic Health Counselor program could be used towards the Ayurvedic therapist basic level. So it is the Ayurvedic Health Counselor program can be used with additional training hours that we can provide to get you to that 1,000-hour Ayurvedic therapist level. Now, if you want to continue to move on, you would accomplish the first basic level and add 1,000 hours. We have an Ayurvedic program, a practitioner program, our level 2 program that would allow you to meet those requirements. If you want to continue on to the Ayurvedic practitioner basic level, you would have to complete our level 1, the counselor program that we're talking about today, the level 2 program, and then you would just enter into our Ayurvedic doctor program. And it goes on. So if you wanted to do the advanced practitioner level, you would do all 3 of our certification programs plus 1,000-hour internship in India. So I just wanted to lay this out for you. You might not even know how far you want to go, but I just wanted to share with you that the counselor program is really the first step in the building block to get these certifications. And whether it's the basic level for a Ayurvedic therapist, or advanced, or you want to be an Ayurvedic practitioner, that would apply to where, in Europe. And July will address a little bit more of that in detail a little bit later. So let's talk a little bit about Shankha Ayurveda. And I want July to come back on and share a little bit about her why story, how she discovered Ayurveda, studying with Kerala Ayurveda, and also talking a little bit more about her wonderful business in Norway. We're so happy to partner with her to offer this program. Hi again, July.
Hi, Susanna. So I started with Ayurveda back in 2013 when I was in Switzerland, because Ayurveda was already pretty big back then in all the German-speaking countries, and they are still very big in those countries right now, and it's growing in many other European countries that is recognized by the local government. So so back then I did my Ayurvedic therapist training in a German-speaking German language, the school that you have to speak German and you need to go there to be live in the campus. And then afterwards, after I finished that one, I become a mother and traveling become impossible for me. So I was searching for schools that has the core to help me to build up the core, because what happened at this moment and also back then in 2015 is that there are so many different programs offered by Ayurvedic doctors in India, but they are just like small special programs here and there, like few hours about food, few hours about yoga, few hours about women's health, few hours about spa therapies. But there's nothing that could help me to combine everything together. So I really want to have something like what Ayurvedic doctors are trained in India. That's the reason why I was searching for different organizations worldwide, and I found NAMA, that is the organization of Association of Ayurvedic Medicine in America. And there I found Kerala Ayurveda Academy. And I was very happy because compared to other Ayurvedic schools, it is the only school I found so far still now that all the faculties, all the teachers are actually trained BAMS, like what Susanna just mentioned, in different universities in India. So it is not like one man show, and it is also not about, okay, the founder trained everyone in the team. So we actually, during the training, I actually could hear different tradition from family tradition from those Vaidya, the doctors or professors, and also what their professors told them in different university, and also their working experience in India. And I think one very important thing for me is that I prefer to learn from the doctors who are still taking care of clients. Because many doctors, they don't see clients anymore because they realize that, okay, just focus on study, that bring me stable income. But somehow everyone in Kerala Ayurveda Academy, they are still teaching. They are still teaching and also seeing clients, no matter doctors in America or doctors based in India. Like we have many different, Kerala Ayurveda has many different clinics, Ayurvedic clinics in India, and also has retreat center in India, in Bali, and also in the pharmacy as well. So it provides me a very complete view about what I would like to know about Ayurveda. And most important thing is everything is told by the tradition. They didn't, of course, the professors will share their personal point of view, but at the same time, when we are discussing things, we still based on the traditional books. There's nothing like, okay, we add something from like aromatherapy tradition, or we add another thing from like homeopathy tradition. Everything is essentially Ayurvedic centered. And that is what I like, because I think if I want to know about essential oil, how to use them, I still need to know how to analyze these things or how to assess things in Ayurvedic way, so I can use those other tools to combine it in. So that back then I was looking for something that could help me to build my tree, so later I can have my own branch.
Yeah.
And yes, and that's actually, I was very happy because since 2018, as I mentioned, I was trained for 3 years as Ayurvedic therapist in Germany and Switzerland. And then later I still start from scratch, like counselor program. But of course, I understand that some of you maybe was already trained few hundred hours by other school, but you may be interested in other, in some of the Kerala Ayurveda Academy programs. Susanna will talk a little bit about how you are able to bridge into our system, or how we could help you to build your path, so that you don't have to worry that, okay, is my past doesn't help anymore, or how could I combine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So basically, that is how I start with Kerala Ayurveda. And then after I finished my practitioner program, it was before COVID started. And then I was very lucky that, okay, I finished everything back then. And I told Susanna, we met each other in America. I told her that I think we need a school like this in Europe, because back then, also still now in Europe, we do have some Ayurvedic schools. They do have their specialty, but as I know, as I just mentioned, they couldn't provide all those elements like what Kerala Ayurveda provided and still provides, and it's still growing. So I told her that I think we need such a platform, and also such someone to play such role in Europe as well. That's the reason why we start to work together and build up everything. And I was very happy that my clinic still works very well. And I feel very proud because of the program I choose, because of the path I choose. So now when I have some doctors and nurses came to me, they are actually from allopathy tradition. They just ask me, oh, okay, you did your Ayurvedic doctor training. So how many hours are that? How many years are that? Because as we know, some people maybe just have few hours in India combined with a trip, come back and call themselves whatever. But when I tell them that it is a 4,500 hour training, plus I need to do the internship in India together with all those senior doctors, they look at me in a different way. And then they started to recommend me to their clients. So I'm very happy that because of Kerala Ayurveda, I have the chance to work hand in hand with doctors and medical specialties from different traditions. Yeah. Thank you, Susanna.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, July. Isn't she inspiring, you guys? I mean, the work that she's done, and now we are partnering to offer this wonderful program in Europe. I did want to follow up on July's comment about if you studied at other schools, we'll just consider your transcripts or experience from other institutions. So don't feel like you have to start from scratch. We evaluate every person on a case-by-case basis, and we will try to get like tuition or course credit for you as much as possible. So that's just part of the application process. If you're interested in the program, I'll talk a little bit later about how to apply, but you would just attach those transcripts or certifications with your application, and we'll consider it for a transfer. So we try to make it as easy as possible for everybody. And also, I just want to remind you, July would be your student mentor. So she is really going to be guiding you through the program in between the classes. So you'll be doing your classes with the faculty, and then she's really your resource. And in between the classes, she's going to be running the mentor study sessions on Saturdays. And she's an absolutely wonderful resource for you. She's already done this program once before, I think. So I just wanted to go over a little bit on the faculty because, both July and I have absolutely had life-changing experiences, studying with them. The faculty is headed by our Academy Director and Master Faculty, Vaidya Jayarajan Kodikanath. He has been with us in the US since 2010. He started out at Ayurvedic in Bangalore, our yoga and Ayurvedic Wellness Retreat Center, as the Chief Medical Officer. And he has really been instrumental in growing the Academy, offering more programs. We started out with one 500-hour certification program. Now we have 4 certification programs and many, many other continuing ed programs that he has really spearheaded. And he's been inspired by our students. When he adds a program, he's really listening to you in terms of what is it that you want on your Ayurvedic journey. And he adds a program, or a workshop to address that. So, and here is a group of the faculty that you will be part of the Ayurvedic Health Counselor program for you. So I just want to read a couple of the testimonials here. Kerala Ayurveda Academy is passionate about your success in increasing knowledge. The staff and instructors truly care about you as a person and future practitioner. Their community-minded approach makes the student experience unique and vital. From Heather, and I'll read one more from Deb Mila. As I complete my counselor program, I realize how much my life has been impacted by the authentic, sincere, and expert guidance of the Vaidyas, mentors, and support staff. So now we're going to get into the detail of what the Ayurvedic Health Counselor program in Europe looks like. So our fall session begins October 19th with an orientation. Our first weekend intensive will be that last weekend in October. So the format is you'll be studying 1 weekend a month for 11 months. It's Friday evening for 4 hours, starting at 4:30 to 8:30. And then you'll have Saturday and Sunday, 7 a.m. to 2:30. I know that's early, but it's not early on the Ayurveda clock. And so 7 a.m. to 2:30. The classes are all live streamed, so you'll be joining via Zoom. You'll also have a 1-day live streamed clinical practicum in February, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. You'll also have those mentoring sessions with July on Saturdays, one Saturday a month, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And then you'll have an in-person 7-day practicum with Vaidya Jayarajan Kodikanath. We call him Dr. J for short, but with Dr. J and July, they'll be leading that 7-day in-person practicum, which is amazing. And then in between the classes, you'll also have online recorded lectures that you'll be listening to each month. That's in your e-learning system. And you'll also have some assignments or projects throughout the year. I wanted to share a summary of the weekend intensive subjects. Remember, it's 1 weekend per month. So you'll start out by studying the introduction to Ayurveda. You'll go into Ayurvedic physiology and psychology, Ayurvedic nutrition and cooking, Ayurvedic preventive science. That's just the daily and seasonal practices for staying healthy, preventing disease, building immunity. And there's some really great anti-aging tips there as well. You'll study Ayurveda and yoga, an introduction to Ayurvedic herbology, as well as an introduction to Ayurvedic bodywork. And then you'll go into assessing and managing dosha imbalances. And then the last weekend will be review, and you'll be practicing some case studies there. So I highly recommend downloading our course catalog. It goes into so much detail about all of the curriculum that you're learning. And you'll notice when you review it that we really are sticking to the ancient texts. We're giving you that traditional Ayurvedic education. We're not watering it down for the West. We're really considered a very academic and serious academy. I often get asked, how am I going to handle, or what is a typical month going to look like? I know many of you are working full-time, or you're raising a family, or you're doing both. And you're maybe thinking, gosh, how can I fit this program into my life? And the short answer is you absolutely can, because if you're listening to this webinar, I know you're passionate about learning Ayurveda, and you're probably passionate about helping others too. So, and the other thing is, when you go through this program, you're really going to be going through your own personal transformation. You can't help but change by learning, right? You don't know what you don't know, but with knowledge is power, and power to change, right? So you're going to be implementing all of what you're learning for yourself and really changing the world around you. So I know you're passionate about it, and I know you'll make time for it. So you'll have that 1 weekend intensive per month. That's Saturday, Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday. And you'll have one mentoring session each month on a Saturday morning. And then in between the classes, you'll probably spend 5 to 7 hours a week. You'll be reviewing the course manual. You'll be practicing or studying for your monthly test. There's one online multiple choice test per month, and you'll take it when you're ready. You'll do some assignments each month. You'll have one journal entry. The assignment, it's a tongue-tying one, your personal transformation journey journal entry. And that is, our students love it. It's once a month. You can write a journal entry about your experience or your journey. You can submit a video. You can submit pictures. You can, one student did illustrations about what she was learning. So whatever speaks to you and your heart, is really just documenting your personal journey for you. And then additional assignments, you'll do an Ayurvedic constitution consultation. So you're practicing how to determine each person's doshic makeup, that unique combination of those 5 elements. You'll be practicing doing clinical consultations and coming up with chikitsa protocols. That means your recommendations for your clients, and then you'll do a research paper or project. You'll have that 7-day practical immersion next summer, at the end of August into the beginning of September. All the classes are live streamed. They're all recorded for later viewing. So you're able to keep up with your studies if you miss a class. So a little bit about the practical immersion. Again, that is led by Vaidya Jayarajan Kodikanath, Dr. J, and Jalai Huang. You'll have that opportunity to attend a 7-day hands-on intensive. It's going to cover all the material from the previous modules in the program. So you're going to be doing some cooking. You're going to be doing some simple formulation making. You're going to be practicing doing consultations. You're going to be practicing yoga and pranayama and meditation. You're going to be exposed to how to do different body treatments. I mean, it's going to cover it all. And we also offer, flexibility in learning with using Zoom. So I won't spend a lot of time on this slide. You guys are all very familiar, I think, with Zoom and with a strong internet connection, allowing you to study with us via live streaming. I'm going to share this one testimonial from one of our graduates. She is an Ayurvedic practitioner and also a fellow student with July in our doctor program. Even beyond our program, the greatest gift is the outstanding community support KAA has created, where we can all come together and keep learning from each other. The e-learning system that Kerala Ayurvedic Academy provides is really a great tool. With this, we can review class video materials, ask questions by chat or email, and there are a growing number of archived materials available to us. This is just one example of how KAA keeps evolving to offer better and better support to current and past students. There is a true sense of feeling of family, that we support each other in learning this great science. I am really happy that I am part of it now. Namaste. So that's from Azumi. So here is a summary of the tuition. The regular tuition is $7,500 US. We've done an estimate on euros. Obviously, that's subject to change due to exchange rates, but it does give you a general idea. If you pay the tuition in full, you can save $200. There is a one-time registration fee of $100. So if you ever sign up for future certifications programs with us, there's no registration fee. It's just one time. And we're offering an early bird tuition savings through September 30th. And you can save $250 on tuition if you enroll by September 30th. We have some payment plans. Again, you can save money by paying in full. You can split the tuition payment to pay half on enrollment and half in 6 months, or you can do a 12-month plan with $656 US each month for 12 months. We also wanted to offer you all special for signing on and listening to this webinar. So if you enroll by September 22nd, you'll receive an additional $100 US tuition discount. So just enter the reference code 100 webinar special. Again, that's 100 webinar special on your enrollment form, and we will take that $100 off for you. We really appreciate you taking the time to learn about this great program. I wanted to share a couple testimonials from our Ayurvedic Health Counselor students from our last session. They all graduated in the fall of 2022. And so I wanted to share these with you about their experience. The whole experience was life-changing. I treasured every minute of it. So many rich lessons, so much deep learning, invaluable time spent with wonderful people. Dr. J is a true Vaidya. It could not have been better. Thank you so much. Another testimonial. Overall, a very rewarding experience. Quite an intensive 11 months with weekend classes, assignments, and practical immersion, but absolutely loved it. Thank you, Kerala Ayurveda, from Usha. And last one, it was amazing. Such a transformative experience with Dr. J from Sweta. So additional opportunities. We offer student and alumni benefits. We give you guys continued access to the most updated curriculum even after you graduate. So one of the testimonials mentioned from Azumi said that, we add material, we add archive lectures and resources, even as after you graduate, you have access to that. And we also give you discounts on academy programs, as well as, we have discounts in India and Bali for Ayurvedic services for you as part of the Kerala family. And we also have additional learning. As I mentioned earlier, we have those level 2 Ayurvedic practitioner certification program and a level 3 Ayurvedic doctor, which can be used to achieve the Ayurvedic advanced therapist certification or the Ayurvedic practitioner certification, either the basic or the advanced. So you can use those. And we offer a wonderful India immersion trip. It's for all levels of students. I think I shared that picture with you at the beginning of the webinar of one of our trips that we went. And I would say it is a life-changing experience. We are going in the summer of 2024. It's a combination of education, tourist attractions, and spiritual, cultural attractions. So it's not a clinical internship. It's really more of a life experience of learning and fun. And we have some workshops and series. We have our Ashtanga Hridayam series. I would highly recommend it. Just started last week. There's still time to join. Dr. J is studying straight from the ancient text, the Ashtanga Hridayam. I think we're on chapter 4. We've been going chapter by chapter for a couple of years. You don't need to have participated in the prior sessions to start with this session, which is a super interesting one. It's on Marma and dreams. And so it's highly popular. People are loving it. So not too late to join. It's great for beginning students. We also have an Ayurvedic skin and beauty workshop coming up in June, our most popular workshop. You can do that in person or live stream. And then you can see the list of the other exciting workshops that are coming up and new ones as well. So we're going to try to have some questions. So I'm going to invite July to come back on. Hi, July. Thanks again for joining. These are questions that July and I get a lot from, people interested in the program. So we wanted to share the questions and answers with you to help you make your decision. So the first question, what can I do with my certification?
Yeah, I usually suggest the student to understand why they want to take the training and how they would like to combine the knowledge they gain from the training in what's their profession now. For example, we have many nurses and also home care health provider that they are coming to this program so that they are able to combine and give more tips to their client or to their patient, which is not medical, but could help them like food-wise, like breathing technique-wise, or like lifestyle-wise. And even just change the life routine would change everything. We also have yoga teacher coming. They realize that after this program, their yoga teaching is not just like come and go. They could have more care, personal tips to their students before or after the training of the yoga classes, and also when they plan or design their yoga practice for their client, for their students, and also for themselves, they know what to do in that season or in those situations. So it all depends on what you plan to do. But of course, if you want to go further with Ayurveda, this will be your starting point.
That's so true, July. And I also want to mention that don't feel like you have to have a healing modality already to start this program. So I used to, that we have a category we call other, right? There's like, I would say like 50% of our students that come in have a healing modality already, whether it's a medical professional, yoga teacher, etc. But the other half are people that are looking to change their careers and they want to do something that perhaps is more fulfilling, that maybe they've started the Ayurvedic path for their own personal health and discovered like, I really want to change what I'm doing. That's where I was, years back. I was a financial investment consultant. Talk about the complete difference from where I am now. And I sought out yoga and Ayurveda for my own personal health because my career was not helpful in keeping me, healthy. It was a very high stress career. And so I sought out a yoga and Ayurveda for myself and discovered that I had such a passion for it. And I really wanted to spread the word. I really wanted to learn more. And I wanted to change my career to something that was much more fulfilling, more in my own true purpose. And part of my job as a national enrollment advisor is really to meet with you and talk about what are your personal goals and professional goals. Like July said, it really depends. What is it that you want to accomplish and how can we help you do that? Okay. All right. So second question, will I be licensed in my country as an Ayurveda therapist with this certification?
Yes, it is a question many people in Europe or in Asia, they are interested in. The thing is, outside India, not so many countries, they recognize Ayurveda yet, but it's growing. As Susanna just mentioned, WHO actually put Ayurveda under the spotlight. So I always tell my students that you need to prepare yourself. Never wait until the stage is ready and then you realize you have no costume to go upstage. So you need to prepare yourself. And I'm very sure that most of the government, when they decide how to take care of Ayurvedic profession, they will follow the WHO rule. So if you actually join a program that is following their rules, then you know you're safe. Then you know you are easily to start once the government, your local government start to recognize Ayurveda. And actually in Europe, many countries like Netherlands, Italy, Finland, and also in Spain and Portugal, and also in France, the government actually authorized or they licensed Ayurvedic therapist, which you need to have 1,000-hour training. Susanna just explained how we could help you with our program. And also they recognize the Ayurvedic doctor or so-called advanced practitioner. And you also see that what Susanna just mentioned, that how we could help you to plan your path.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what we're here for, help you. All right, third question. Will I be included in local insurance systems as an alternative healthcare provider?
Yes, it also depends on each government's rule. Like here in Norway, if you finish the program, then you can join and then become an alternative health provider. And then you will have, you can cooperate with insurance company, then certain part will be taken care. Doesn't mean that your client will have the service for free, like the citizen insurance, but some parts can be taken care of, very small parts. But like in Netherlands, if you are actually a practitioner, then your part will be taken care by the insurance company, same as in Switzerland.
So it sounds like it's unique to the country what would be included. So you guys listening today, you would need to be aware and research what would be required to do.
But I will suggest you could also contact with me or with our team, because we are aware of this up-to-date information. And as I just mentioned, all these insurance companies, all different government, what they do is that they follow the WHO guidance.
Yeah, great. Thank you. That was so helpful, July. What if I want to study further? Will there be any level 2 Ayurvedic practitioner program for Europe coming soon? So I can answer that. So we have plans to do that. We have already done one Ayurvedic Health Counselor program with July. This is our second cohort. So we want to make sure that we have enough of you students, you counselor students, so we can run a class for in Europe. So we are planning on that. We want you guys to join and get through the program, and then we'll probably have enough students to do a practitioner program in Europe so you guys can continue on with your studies. I want to thank you all so much for attending today, taking the time to learn about this program. I am here to help you decide what's the best program for you based on your personal or professional goals. So definitely contact me at admissions@keralaayurveda.us, and applying to the program is really easy. You can visit our website, keralaayurveda.us/courses, and apply. You would select the Ayurvedic Health Counselor Europe program, fill out a short application, and no money is required in the application stage. Once it's approved, we'll send you the enrollment form to complete. And we have a wonderful student support team. They'll process your enrollment and send you a welcome email confirmation. And then they are really there for you once you enroll. From enrollment to graduation, our student support team is there to help on anything non-academic. So thank you all so much for attending today. And I really look forward to hearing from you soon. Namaste.